Hello, how are you? Nyakundi here, and today I come in a very somber mood. I'm sure most Kisii farmers can relate. Uh, Many people have been asking me about the list of people that I have slept with. It's something that I've shied away from putting in the limelight. Anthropologically, it's not cognizant with what I want to. Some news today. That's why I had to wear when I wear this Indian Ronchoret shirt, it means that I'm going to decipher some unapologetic and very well maneuvered news that I hold very personal and dear to my late soul. Before we move forward, the list is going to be wrong, very wrong. And if by any chance you don't find yourself in the list, there's another list coming, because it's high time I tell people the truth. You can't blamber the truth for wrong. It always comes out, and I want to be ready when I get some news. So I don't want to be caught off guard. First of all, let's get or decipher the meaning of the word sleep. Sleep, it's a very common word that most of you know. Very common. Let me go to Google so that we know the exact meaning of this word. And my friends, if you find yourself in such a situation that I am in, don't think twice. The truth always sets you free every time. So let's decipher chronologically the meaning of the word sleep. Sleep, this is a condition of body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night. Recurs for several hours every night, in which the nervous system is relatively inactive. The eyes closed, the postural muscles relaxed, and the consciousness practically suspended. Let me read it again so that we understand. Sleep with SLEEP, a condition of body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night, in which the nervous system is relatively inactive. The eyes closed, the postural muscles relaxed, and the consciousness practically suspended. I did not know the meaning of the word sleep before. If I knew, I would have not misused it this way. Let's start with this. A condition of body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night. Now this is where I used to mess up. When I sleep with someone, I never sleep at all. That's my problem. So I've been breaking the rules of sleeping. In fact, when I visit someone and go and sleep at their place, I don't sleep at all. And the nervous system is inactive. That's the meaning of the word sleep. But my nervous system, when I visit anyone, any of the people I've slept with, the list, I'm going to say it later, my nervous system is always active, 101% active. So I feel so emotional that I've even been breaking the rules of sleeping. So in which the nervous system is relatively inactive, the eyes closed, the postural muscle is relaxed. The eyes were neither crossed. If they were being crossed just for a few minutes. And because I was not comfortable with these people you sleep with nowadays, you never know what they are going to do to you. The postural muscles relaxed. My postural, my anato and the postural. muscles were never relaxed because they were busy. My anatoral and the postural muscles were always busy. So already I was breaking the rules of sleeping. And here they're saying the consciousness was practically suspended. My consciousness was very active, very active. So it's something that has really troubled me. I have broken very many rules of sleeping that I don't feel comfortable. I don't. So I have a confession, a very short confession. Imagine you share the same bed, the same sheets with someone. Yeah? Do you know how much they've trusted you? Yeah? You see, a person, I've betrayed a lot of people out there. And I feel like it's rewinding and the karma is following me. Before I give out the list, I have just one word of advice to people out there. Please, please. It doesn't matter if it's analogical, pathological, chronological, or nyambological. Whoever you sleep with, take them serious. They have sacrificed a lot to sleep with you. Eh? Do you know how someone to sacrifice their time and everything to share a bed with you? Please take them serious. You might not be the first, and of course, you are not the last. You are not even the center. Even if you are there right now, you are at the center right now, but you might not be the center. Respect them. You share the same breath. The only difference with that person, God breathed life to us. And that person, maybe he or she is breathing luxury to you. That is your second God. Eh? So, I'm sorry. Most of you might not be in this list because you don't know each other. In fact, if I count the number of times I've slept, there are more than the number of times I have worked. Even though most of these times when I was sleeping, I was still working. Maybe working on my dreams or working on what I'm going to work on tomorrow with work, or if it's going to work or not to work. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry again. All the people I'm going to mention, let me bring out the list so that you can check it out. First, I want to start with this emotion. I want to start with my mother. Do you know for how long I slept with my mother? From the first day I was born till I was 5 years. Do you know sleeping with the same person for 5 years? Do you know how much they have sacrificed so that you can sleep with them? My mother used to sacrifice time with my father so that she can sleep with me to make sure that I'm warm. To make sure that I change diapers, not real diapers. We are not using diapers at my age, 1965. We were using sheepskin and the feathers of the hens. My mother slept with me for 5 years. That's the first person I've recognized. Been taking her for granted, assuming her, not knowing that she sacrificed a lot in order to sleep with me. Another one is my elder brother. After 5 years, I had to go to Esaiga, to our Simba, to sleep with my brother. I used to urinate in the bed many times. Sometimes I say I will not go to school today, or I will go late. so that he can get out of bed earlier than me, because I had urinated on my side. I had to wait for him to go so that I put the paddings. Okay, I don't want to call them paddings. Paddings are for Kilimani people. The Kaongole people, matandiko. So I want to appreciate my brother. He slept with me for all that wrong, without asking anything extra, like go wash, go pay for this. My neighbors, I came to Nairobi. When I came to Nairobi the first time, I slept with my cousins, all of them, in the same house. They hosted me for 4 years. I want to thank them very much. My relatives, I used to come to your place and I sleep with the whole of your family in your house. I want to thank you. Allow me to just go. And if I have not included in this list, I'm sorry, I apologize. It means that you meant nothing to me. So, be careful who you sleep with. You might think that they value you, but they don't. Be careful who you give your postnatal and prenatal omlingas to. They might use it at that moment and then they'll never respect it. Be careful who you give your small intestine ending to. Thank you. Nyakundi the Actor here. You can subscribe if you want. If you won't subscribe here, I'll come and sleep with you too.
Hey, kwa machina mimi naitwa Nyakundi. Yani the only guy from Kisii ambaye anaitwa kwa kwaya kuweka base. Mimi ndo niko na base from Kisii.